An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. We've waited so long, and finally another season of college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Clemson Tigers and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Tigers kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Maybe a crease. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
On first down, it's Durham again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Handoff, Caden Durham. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. This quarterback part of their running game. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. 4th and short, ball right at midfield. Really don't have a lot to lose by not going for it there, and they're able to cash in.
No, 100% of the time you're going for this. If you're not, you're probably not a guy that likes to win. So if you want to continue to punt in these situations, you're probably going to continue to lose.
The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Got it behind the line. It's Green. Open space at the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown LSU!
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on 4th down? They got it, kept the drive alive. They end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Working that left side now. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. That is exactly why they call the running back the safety valve. They used it, and they used it to perfection.
Yeah, and you want to push the ball down the field. You want to make those big plays, but you see the defense. They bring the blitz. I got the running back open, dump it to him, let him do the rest, let him get the first down.
Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. But what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year.
Fires into traffic, picked off. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a crease. It's Hall.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Here's a give to Durham. There's some room. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. He's got 50 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. They'll run it with Caden Durham. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown LSU.
And how about this signal caller today, man? It's showing you he can do it through the air and now with the legs, showing off the repertoire, showing why he is so hard to defend, and this defense is feeling it early in the football game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll start on the ground with Durham. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The offense changing the play. To throw, it's Levin. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, nice job by the defender. Zone coverage, I read the quarterback's eyes. I could tell exactly where he was throwing the football, break on the football, see the in-breaking route by the receiver, break on it, go get a hand on it, force the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Brown. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Handoff, Caden Durham. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They go right back to it. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And I just think he put too much zip on the ball. I mean, he threw that thing hard, but led him a little bit too much, and the receiver really didn't have a chance to make a play.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Number 20, Celtic kicking away.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Flips it out to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. When you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Rushes on him. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Here's a give to Durham. Could be an alley. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. They'll run it. It's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 20, set to kick off.
Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And the Clemson offense will take over 1st and 10.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. They'll give it to Johnson. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. keep it on the ground. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last two possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on third down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Back to the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Under fire. Then the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did.
Number 20, set to kick this one away.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They go to the counter. Got room at the 35. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
2nd down.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Oh, they're after him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open and try to make plays in the passing game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking for a gap. It's Hall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. And it's right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. Boston College coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Let's take a look at some of the other notable games going on, including one that looks like it could be headed towards upset city.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Wilson! On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's on target and complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play. keep the drive alive. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On the ground, it's Berry. Finding some room. He's inside the 40. The 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And he puts through the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Bringing it back. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
To the air on 2nd down. Stepping to the right. He's going to run it. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. Running inside. It's Davidson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Gonna run it. It's Berry. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Trying to run, it's Durham. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Now, 4th down.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 20. Set to advance on the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He leaves it with the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Right back to the well. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the move, it's Davidson. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And he's knocked down. Clemson jumps to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to run for it. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Punt is on its way. They're going to mark this one at the 15. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Back to pass. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Tigers want to move quickly. They're going to test the right side with this one. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down...
There's a crease. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Might as well give it to him again.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down in the 4th quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. He's up to 113 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Caden Durham again. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Handoff, Caden Durham. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.